So number 4 on my list of my top 5 favorite horror films of all time is the ultimate in alien terror. This is John Carpenter's The Thing. In the winter of 1982, a 12-man research team at a remote Antarctic United States research station discovered an alien life form that was buried in the snow and ice for over 100,000 years. They soon realized that not only is it still alive after a deep freeze burial and a fiery defeat by a Norwegian camp, but that it has the ability to imitate any living thing to exact detail. Before they know it, the alien organism has infiltrated their camp, posing as any number of these men. Paranoia and distrust runs amok in this isolated compound, as no one knows who is human and who is the Thing. Now, John Carpenter is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. When I first saw The Thing rented on VHS, I probably watched it 3 times that first week. I loved it on first sight. I loved it so much. And I personally believe that The Thing is the best film John Carpenter has ever made. There is such a perfect execution in every single aspect of this film that I don't think can ever be replicated, duplicated, or challenged on any level ever. And one reason why John Carpenter is one of my favorite filmmakers, one of the main things, he makes such gorgeously looking films. He really knows how to use that wide frame, that wide anamorphic cinemascope frame to such great execution. He knows how to fill that frame, and that's really a lot. Early in his career, that's really a testament to the great cinematography work of Dean Cundey. He shoots this film absolutely fantastically, that he uses such the stark white landscape, the snowy Arctic landscape, to show the barren isolation out there, that there is so much nothing, there is so much distance between these guys and anything else in the entire fucking world. And he uses those great blues and everything with the darker and more nighttime settings, and creates that nice haunting atmosphere. There's some very chilling, spooky moments where he uses that blue lighting. It's fantastic. And as always with those early Carpenter films, a lot of Carpenter films, the great Panaglide Steadicam camera work is just fantastic. How it glides and moves so smoothly throughout the scenes, and this maneuvers throughout everything so fantastically. There's such great composition with all the cinematography. It just executes every little part of this horror story so fantastically. And they use such great lighting to create mood and atmosphere. That is fantastic. It just works towards every little thing that Carpenter goes for in this film. And another thing that really works for this film, because Carpenter's good with a lot of different actors. He knows how to bring out a lot of great performances and a lot of different types of actors. And he likes using, I really like it when he goes for ensemble type of pieces. And this is a great ensemble cast set. With a lesser filmmaker, it would just be a menagerie like sort of the 2011 prequel crap, where you got there's a lot of characters there trying to be ensemble, but it's not strong. You can't really distinguish one character from another in that prequel that they made, which is a very substandard, mediocre at best film. With Carpenter here, because he casts such solid, great actors in these roles, every single character is distinguished or distinct. They have their own personalities, they have their own sort of place in the story, place in this group, that you feel like they all serve an essential function to this outpost station, and they all serve an essential function to the story. They all have their personalities, they all react in their own ways, and it all works so fantastic. There's great dynamics between all the characters and the actors. There's a great chemistry with everyone, and Kurt Russell really heads this film up fantastically. You see exactly why he's become a great actor, that he's held in so many of Carpenter's films with Big Trouble in Little China and Snake Plissken, stuff like that, and he's gone on to other great stuff throughout his career, that he's a solid actor. That R.J. McCready is really kind of a bit more of a loner in the whole group. He's got his own shack that's apart from the whole compound, so it kind of lives a little more on his own. He's a little bit more separated from everyone, so he's able to come in to his own as a leader in the film, stand as a more independent type of character. And Russell just has that sense of gravity, his sense of groundedness in his natural performance, his natural talent, and the way he carries himself, that it really works towards McCready's strengths and works towards him becoming the unexpected protagonist of the film. That you really get a really solid sense that this guy is someone who has a level head. He's going to figure things out in the most decisive way possible, and really follow things through, make some hard decisions, and make the most calculated, best decisions, even if there is a very extraordinary situation where a lot of people would very much freak out, very much be greatly paranoid, which is one of the great things about this film. Carpenter executes that atmosphere and mystique of paranoia in this film, coupled with the whole isolation angle, that it just creates that creepy, eerie sense of the whole film that you don't know who the hell to trust in this great cast of characters. And there's just so much that goes into it. The score by Ennio Morricone, awesome, fantastic. Just has that. It's not as Carpenter didn't compose the score, but it still feels very in line with the kind of scores that he would compose. Very kind of simplistic type of stuff. Just that kind of pulsating beat and everything. And the main theme that just kind of like little bits here. Just it gives you enough of a sense, a little underlying. Something's very, very ominous, very foreboding is coming around to this whole scenario. And it feels fantastic. And as the whole film goes on, it's a great, fantastic masterwork of a score that fits perfectly into Carpenter's style. If you didn't know that it wasn't a Carpenter composed score, you wouldn't even be able to figure it out if you didn't read those credits or anything, because it definitely feels like a sort of score he would compose himself. And overall, the fantastic special makeup effects are groundbreaking. I don't think they have been matched in any horror film really anywhere. That Rob Bottin did a fantastic job. He worked himself almost to death, to absolute clinical exhaustion, making this film, making all these elaborate, fantastic, stunning practical makeup effects and creature effects and all that stuff. It just, oh my fucking god, it looks fantastic. It's, oh man, you just watch this film, it's like, it does not date. It does not age at all. It's a very timeless horror film that it works 30 years later. It works so good. It'll work 30 years from now, I'm certain. There's so much timeless quality in this whole film that just, it was made at the right time, where the makeup effects were in the right point, and Carpenter is in the right prime of his career where he can make a fantastic movie that just hit it out of the park. And it was weird that this came out in 1982 in that summer of E.T., which really kind of killed a lot of other darker science fiction horror films like The Thing, like Blade Runner. They didn't take off, but at that time at the box office, but ever since then they've become these big cult following films that have become heralded as some of the best of their genres. And there's no question in my mind that John Carpenter's The Thing is one of the absolute best, most perfect horror films that have been ever created, period. And I could just go on and on. I mean, again, cast is fantastic. Got Keith David, Richard Dysart, Richard Masur, and names are flying out of my head. But there's such a great collection of actors in this film that just creates such a depth. And Wildford Brimley, absolutely fantastic in this film. He really goes all out every single part of every single scene he's in. He really goes all out with everything he does. It's a fantastic, amazing performance that he does too. And what it is that John Carpenter does with this film that makes it so continually, effectively scary is that you're no more in the know about who's human, who's the thing, or whatever it is than any of the characters in the film. You're no more ahead of them. So you're still in that mystery. You're still so much on edge with that suspense and that mystery, that paranoia. And once those gruesome, frightening, grotesque moments unleash themselves upon you, it is frightening. It is just chilling all the way to the bone. This film just does so many things right. It's just every little inch, every little frame of this film can be given so much amazing praise that it cannot contain one whole video. But this is all I'm going to have for you in this one video, because John Carpenter's The Thing is best experienced if you just go out and see it yourself and experience it in the best way possible. It is one of the absolute best films Carpenter's ever made. There is no equal to it in my opinion. But there are other films that I consider greater favorites of mine, including there is another John Carpenter film that I have a bigger love for, but I don't think it's a better made film than The Thing. So it's a bit of an odd dichotomy that I do make a distinction between the best filmmakers made and what I consider my favorite film. So you're definitely going to see that later on in this countdown. John Carpenter's Thing is an absolute bona fide classic that salvaged itself from that box office failure into the home video market and became a cult following hit. Just became one of the absolute biggest classics of the whole horror sci-fi genre ever. There's nothing else I can really say about this film. You go see it, you experience it. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you should definitely see the film. time and time and time again, like I did the first week I ever saw the film, 2 or 3 times when I bought the DVD. Fantastic movie. You go see it, you experience it, you get scared the fuck out of your mind about it. It is fantastic. That dystopian ending of the whole film is awesome. That it kicks off what John Carpenter considers his apocalypse trilogy, which is The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. And that's a fantastic sort of thematic trilogy of everything. It's just fantastic work from him. 3 of the best films he's ever made, in my opinion. That's enough for me now. What's your favorite John Carpenter film? What do you love from this guy? Do you like Big Trouble in Little China? Do you love Escape from New York? Do you love Halloween? Do you love In the Mouth of Madness? What the fuck do you love? Do you like They Live? Throw it out there. I want to hear about it. I want to hear your love for John Carpenter, Kurt Russell, all this great stuff. Go for it. What's your favorite horror film of all time? Post some comments below. Spread some links around if you think these videos deserve more subscribers. I need your help. You spread these links around. I'll greatly appreciate it. I'll keep pumping out more videos as soon as I possibly can. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.